just watching Jumanji and now we're in
I'm just gonna stay focused on my walking because, you know, there might be snakes around here. So we're technically not at Bruce Peninsula, right?
This is Bruce Peninsula.
Okay. Amy's told me that four times now.
You are like hella confused.
So apparently there can be snakes inside of this. Is this called the woods? This is not really my thing.
Like a hiking trail.
Hiking trail, yes. So apparently there's like snakes, but they don't bother you, but that's like my ultimate fear of life. I hope a tarantula comes out and bites you, Amy. Because Amy's not afraid of snakes, so she's just cool as I'm like panicking over here. I'm just gonna keep walking straight and I'm not even gonna look. Like, I don't even want to look inside of here.
I low-key want you to see one.
No, I don't want to see one. I seriously don't, please. Guys, Amy's laughing at me because I'm like fully prepared. Look at this.
You look like a real hiking chick.
That's right, girl. And then the sweater just in case.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Blanket just in case.
I really never thought I'd see the day.
Of what?
Of you like looking all hike ready.
That's right, girl. You always gotta be prepared. Okay, so this is really hard on the ankles, but the view gonna be worth it. Look how pretty. All the stones we walked on. These rocks are super annoying to walk on top of. I'm not kidding you. Okay, I want a picture right there, I think, Amy. Look at this, you guys. Oh my god. And cue the corny. I noticed about this camera, it doesn't focus, very easily.
Sometimes, yeah.
You guys, we're currently waiting on a taxi at the moment. After I have to give a more like detailed explanation, but after a 3-hour hike to get to the grotto, this fancy grotto, right? That looks exactly the same as the beginning.
It wasn't even that great, man.
You guys, I almost lost my life. I don't know how many times. I don't know how many rocks I climbed over. I don't know, like, I just wish that someone in the review said, this is what you were going to experience. Nobody did.
Yeah, it wasn't like an accurate description of what you're getting. You're getting like a hike adventure trail, like not really like...
Oh, adventure to say the least. But anyways, Amy's dying because I've been eating this entire hike and trail, whatever you want to call it, trail, hike, nightmare. I'm gonna call it a nightmare because that's what it was for me. I was eating the entire time because I could feel my low blood sugar. Or low blood pressure, whatever the hell.
She was eating like a bunny rabbit. You might as well start
so the first thing I had was an egg sandwich. When we started it and I realized, okay, this is not a joke, this is a real hike, I was like, you know what? I need my sandwich. Then, once we stopped at the water, then it was I had your teriyaki noodles. And before then I had
You stole my noodles!
Yeah, but you offered them to me.
No, I didn't even want them in.
And then I had, before that I had my bar. So I had all those three things and Amy's only had a sandwich.
Steph, you're a muncher. Like, I'm supposed to be the one with the big
had to. Honestly, I was feeling so weak. I can't wait for this like, when I see that white minivan, my life is gonna be complete. Like, I cannot. So, Bruce Peninsula, how was it? Well, let me tell you guys, it sucked. Sorry guys. I'm gonna be like seriously dead ass and honest with you. I have way too many bad, so I'm gonna tell you the good things, okay? So the good thing is the view. The good thing is the beautiful water. That's basically it. What I went through to get to that view and to get to all that, I am not a woodsy girl and not an outdoors girl. I'm meant to be in the city. And I also realized I didn't like hiking as much as I thought I liked hiking. We get there and we knew, like, we kind of read it beforehand that you have to reserve your spot to see the beautiful view at the grotto. If I hear that word one more time, literally, like, my nightmares are gonna come to life. If you look it up on Pinterest, if you look it up on Google, that is the beautiful bright blue water that you see in those photos. I was done at that point. I was so upset and I just wanted to go home. If you want to go to Bruce Peninsula and you want to see that beautiful crystal blue water, you have got to find out how to reserve a spot. I don't even know how to reserve a spot. I'm assuming they have a website. I don't know. We're so excited. You know, we're listening to music in the car. We're listening to like an old playlist. Oh my god, it's so much fun. We get there and we try to find humans that we can talk to first of all. So we find some humans and we're like, what do we do? I said to them, I'm like, show them the picture of what we want to see because this place looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. We show them the picture. I'm like, this is where we want to go. This is what we want to see. Yeah, that's what we came 3 hours here for. 3-hour drive, by the way. 3 hours. 3 horas, okay? And she goes, oh, you know, that's all booked up. You know, you had to reserve a spot. There's no other way of getting up there except for hiking. She's like, that's a 10-kilometer hike from here. She's like, you will not make it. Like, this woman was telling us you will not make it. So we all were like, whoa, no. We're not doing no 10-kilometer hike. Hell no. Where are we? Like, where even are we? I didn't even know where the heck we were. No, she said, but you can go to Halfway Log Dump. Yeah, that's what it was called. Halfway Log Dump. And you can take a short hike and you'll get there. Like, you'll get to like the water with all the rocks and everything. What I showed you guys in the beginning, that's where we ended up. That's where we ended up parking. The parking was still open for that one, but she said it was also filling up. We get there and we just know at this point you're not seeing the grotto. Like, you're just not seeing that beautiful crystal blue water. It's just not happening, guys. So we're like, okay, whatever, this is still beautiful. We got there, you know, we walked a few minutes. We walked on top of these rocks that were so hard to walk on top of. First of all, we get to the water, we're like, oh, this is so beautiful. And it was very, very beautiful. You know, I'm not gonna take away any of that. It was gorgeous. Nothing like I've ever seen in Canada. We see that. That's where we took our pictures. That's when we were still content. That's when we were still happy. So basically it's split into 2 sections. Then we came all the way back to, you know, where we started, and then Amy said, okay, well, let's see what's on this side. I said, yeah, let's go see it on this side. It said it was a 2.7-kilometer hike. Okay, it wasn't a 2.7-kilometer hike, let me tell you guys right now. So we're hiking, and Amy's like, 2.7 kilometers, that's not what this is. I'm like, I didn't want to say nothing. Basically, we ended up at a dead end, okay? We kept hiking and we're like, this is not a trail anymore. Like, this is no longer a trail. We turn around, go back to where we started. Then we run into 2 lovely people. And they say to us, you know, I think they were talking to Amy first, trying to go to the grotto and see that water by the cliff. And Amy's like, yeah, that's what we're trying to do too, but be careful because they said it's a way too long of a hike. And they're like, well, we're prepared for it. Apparently it's an hour and a half or whatever. And I'm just like, at this point, I've done the mini hike to get to the water, which that's fine. I've done the other hike that got us to nowhere. And at this point, I'm like, get me back to my car. I don't want to go anymore. Based on what they knew, you had to go this way and you would end up at this beautiful grotto cliff. No, once again. And they said, you guys want to join us? You know, we can get there together. And we were gonna go. We start walking, and then this other couple, I think someone caught up with them and they're like, oh, where are you guys trying to go or something? I don't know. They found out what we were trying to do and they're like, don't go that way because you are going to be rock climbing. I was like, what? Excuse me? Does it look like these nails can rock climb? I was like, rock climbing? He's like, yes, if you go that way, you are going to be climbing on rocks. I look at Amy, I'm like, no siree, not happening. He said, if you guys go through here, which was the woods, you guys will get there a lot faster and you guys don't have to do the rock climbing. He was certain. I assumed he did it. That's why he was telling us this. Looking back, I don't think he fully did. So he's like, go up here. It's only gonna take you about an hour and a half. And I was like, what? An hour and a half hike? Like, for me, I'm sorry, I'm like, at that point I was like, I was done, okay? To me, I saw what I saw the water, saw the beautiful rocks, and I was done. Like, it's time to go home. Like, let's go, guys. You know, it was great, like everything was fun, let's go. So we're like, you know what, let's just try whatever, right? I was behind this whole entire hike. Like, I was at the back the entire time, okay? When you're at the back, the person at the back is the one that's like, why did I do this? Amy's kind of right. She said, listen, we did this much of a hike over here, we did this much of a hike over here, an hour and a half, yeah, it sounds kind of bad, but I think we'll make it through. And here's the thing, when she said that, I'm assuming, because I know my sister, right? I'm assuming that my sister thought that this was gonna be an easy breezy kind of hike. It was not. I get what they were saying, you know, we came all this way, so let's just go see this cliff. Let's go see this beautiful crystal blue water. I will say the water that we saw was not the crystal blue water. So I understand what they were trying to say. Like, we came all this way, let's go to the cliff, let's see that crystal blue water. I get it. So she probably thought this was gonna be a normal hike, whatever that means, but just an easier hike, you know, an easygoing, flowy kind of hike. I'm telling you right now, like if I knew, I would have told them, y'all go right ahead, see the cliff, make sure y'all get tons of pictures, let me know what it looks like at the end, cause I ain't coming. Like I honestly will never do it again. And we're noticing this is not a normal hike. This is hold on to tree branches, do not run into a rattlesnake. By the way, when we first started the hike, the girl said, you know, you might run into some snakes. And I said, I'm sorry, what did you just say? Snakes are my #1 fear besides toilets. I know, I don't know if you guys know about my toilet fear, but I'm afraid of toilets. I'm sorry, I am. She was so like calm and happy about it, and I literally just like stared at her and I was just like, what? She's like, I love snakes. I know some people don't love snakes. She's like, but if you see them, they're not gonna harm you. Don't worry about them. I'm like, if I see a damn snake on this hike, honey, I will freak out. I told Amy, if there's a snake, I will lose my life. Okay, I will lose my life. I can't stand them. They're just my fear. Like, I was terrified of running into one. This is a hold on to tree branches, rocks in your way. You guys, there were splits in the floor and you had to find another way to get past it, because it was like literally a split, like a split in the earth. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Honestly, it kept getting so much harder each and every like couple minutes on this damn hike. So we're hiking, okay? We're like, I would say, I don't know, I honestly, I can't remember, you guys, but maybe 40 minutes in. At the beginning, we went with that couple. The couple that was gonna go the rock climbing way, they decided to go the way that we were going, in the woods. So we were with them for a while. Then we got to a cliff, which I don't know, I would probably say was like an hour in, I'm not too sure. But we're like, okay, we just need to take a break. Y'all go right ahead. They must have just, I don't know, they must be used to this. So they just went ahead and we split up at that point. You don't really see that many people on this hike. You seriously don't. There's so many times where like a massive amount of time you are by yourselves. Like, they split up, we stopped at this cliff, and I honestly was like, oh God, the cliff, like, is this it? No, Steph, it's not it. It's really not. So we ran into somebody. This is after hiking, I'm not kidding you guys, for like an hour and something. And we're like, oh my God, a person, let's ask them. Because we know he's coming from that cliff. He's coming from the grotto. So we need to find out, where is this grotto? Like, how far are we from there? And he said, oh, like an hour and a half. What? No, I don't know if you heard me. I said the grotto, like the, you know, beautiful water. Yeah, it's quite a ways away. In my mind, I'm like, do we turn back? Like, at this point, do we turn back? And let me remind you guys where we are. We are in the middle of nowhere. Like, how can we turn back? I've got to just keep going. Like, we've made it this far, we've got to just keep going. At this point, you guys, my blood pressure was like decreasing. I can't even tell you. I ate the egg salad as I'm like climbing down like soil and holding on to branches. I needed food. Like, at that point, I was gonna slow them down, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get this damn hike over and done with. Nowhere can you get food there. There's no bathroom where we are. Our water was in our backpack. You have to be careful with how much water you're drinking, because you gotta go to the bathroom. So you know what? Sometimes we gotta just use Mother Nature. That's all I'm gonna say. And we took this like other little mini break where we stopped somewhere else. I can't even remember. And then I'm like, you know what? I better have my bar at this point. So I had my bar. So I'm like hiking and I'm chucking like my bar. I ended up stopping at this other place where it was water again, and we thought, we're like, oh my God, this is still not the grotto. And he had a sandwich, and she also had some teriyaki noodles, and she's like, do you want to have this? Because I'm okay with just having my sandwich. I said, honestly, if you don't mind, like, I need to eat it, because I know myself, my energy bank is not going to be able to handle the rest of this hike. Like, we got to get back at it. No one can help you at this point. Like, no one. If you run into someone, they can't help you. You know, you got to either turn back or keep going. That's the only choice that we had. Run into someone else, and that person says, oh, it's half an hour away. You guys, we have hiked for like, I'm thinking like 2 hours at this point. 2 something hours, I don't know. We just kept going. I was slipping on top of the branches because the branches were wet, the rocks were wet. You'd be going down like these deep, deep, deep things of soil, like all the way down, and you had to hold on. My glutes got a workout, okay? They're killing me. My quads are killing me. It was such a good workout. We ran into someone else at the end of it, and we asked this person, how far away are we from the grotto once again? This person said, oh, you're near. I think that near turned into like 20 minutes. We made it. We made it to the grotto. We got there. I just want to sit down. We get there and it's like a mini party central. There's people like listening to music. There's, you know, younger crowds. There's obviously like an older crowd where they just came to see the beautiful water. People that reserve their spots. People that are camping there because there's also a camping ground. And I was just like, this is what I came to see. I was so disappointed. Amy was ready to go. The couple that we split up from, they're like, you guys made it. We're like, oh yeah, we made it, that's for sure. Oh yeah, guys having fun? I was upset the entire hike. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was extremely moody and I was ready to just leave. And I was afraid that, you know, something could happen. We're in the middle of the woods. If I get hurt, no one can save me. That's another thing. No service, no reception, you guys. There's no one you can call. If there's an emergency, there's nothing. I did not like that about this place. It was just way too out of my comfort zone. Like, plus the other hike that we did, plus the other one. In total, Amy was right. We did around 4 hours of hiking that day. I wasn't even concerned about taking out my camera and vlogging. I wasn't even concerned about taking my phone and taking pictures of the beautiful water. Amy did. She actually went to the top of the cliff and she took a picture of it. I was not even interested. I was like, I'm so done. This is the other part, okay? So you hiked that entire 3 hours there. How you gonna get back? Yeah. They told us, the couple, they're like, apparently you can get a taxi. It costs $100 to get back to where you parked. Definitely finding that taxi. And then we were scared that maybe the taxis weren't even a thing there. Like, is someone lying to us? Like, because we just did not see how that would be possible. We would have to go all the way back. There's no way out. I know what you guys are thinking. There must be a way. No, it's a one-way. I was not mentally preparing myself to hike back. I just wasn't. Like, nope, it's not even an option. We're getting down there. We're getting a taxi. That's what we're doing. So it was another 15 to 20 minute walk back to the head office on flat land, thank God. Trying to look for somebody to ask for a taxi. No one there. And I'm like, great. So we're in the middle of nowhere, literally in the boonies, you guys. Like, nowhere. I'm like, if I look at my phone and there's no reception, I'm going to die. I have like one bar. Call the taxi right away. He's like, it's gonna take me an hour to get to you and it's gonna be $110. I'm like, we don't care. Taxi came, we're like, oh my God. He got us to our parking spot. Literally, I've never felt so thankful for everything. Seriously, I was like, thank God. Because for me personally, you guys, I will not be going back there. I have bites all over my leg. The mosquitoes loved me. They didn't even love Amy. They didn't even go to her. I'm sorry that this is a bad review, but it's just my personal experience with it. I did not like that I was in the middle of nowhere. I had nobody to call. I had no service. There's no one there to help you. Literally, when you get to the head office, there's no one there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the footage. Maybe that's enough for you guys. Now that you guys know my story, maybe that's enough for you guys to be like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I saw Steph's vlog. I saw the footage. I saw the water. We good. We don't need to go there. Just we were traumatized and we were honestly starting to go delusional. Like, I kid you not, on the drive home. But I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. I'm so sorry that this portion was kind of like negative. I don't really like that, but I can't sit here and lie to you guys and say that I absolutely loved the experience, because I did not. So besides the negative part, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all of my beautiful babes next time.